No, that was not that one. It just says wild republic. My new policy is. I didn't find a company available at the end. You need your thing, right?
What's that?
You need this?
Oh, yeah.
Was it cold?
Oh, okay.
Good evening and welcome to the Township Committee meeting of January 10th, 2023. Ms. Bork, please call the roll.
Committeeman Ciccarelli.
Here.
Committeeman Rowe.
Here.
Committeeman Thompson.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Britting.
Here.
Mayor Lapani.
Here.
Administrator Ferreira.
Here.
Attorney Willard.
Here. Thank you. Please join me in salute to the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be advised, in accordance with Section 5 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, that the notice of this meeting was made by the posting on the bulletin board at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex and notifying the officially designated newspapers that this meeting would take place at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex at 7:30 p.m. on January 10th, 2023. Our first order of business will be approval of minutes. We have a special meeting minutes of December 2nd, 2022. Do I have a motion?
So moved, Mayor.
Thank you. I have a second.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ciccarelli.
Yes.
You abstain.
Abstain.
I thought it was the yours. Abstain.
Committeeman Rowe.
Abstain.
Committeeman Thompson.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Britting.
Yes.
And Mayor Lapani.
Yes, thank you. Regular meeting minutes of December 13th, 2022. May I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. Second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ciccarelli.
Abstain.
Committeeman Rowe.
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Britting.
Yes.
Mayor Lapani.
Yes. Reorganization minutes, meeting minutes of January 4th, 2023. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Second.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ciccarelli.
Yes.
Committeeman Rowe.
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Britting.
Yes.
Mayor Lapani.
Yes. Okay, we'll move on to reports from committee liaisons. For the first time, Committeeman Ciccarelli.
Good evening, everybody. First, going to report on a visit I had this weekend for the Robo Raiders, the high school robotics team. I want to thank them, the Robo Raiders, Team 75, for the invitation to their annual kickoff event for the first robotics competition. More than 3,000 teams from around the world are competing in the first robotics competition, and they will design, program, and build a robot that will compete in a game. During this kickoff, the robotics organization officially broadcast and launched the game, the 2023 game called Charged Up, which is a competition dealing with energy that will challenge the robots to move energy pieces to a team's location to score points. I was very impressed with the group. This group was established in 1996 and is the oldest continuously functioning first robotics team in New Jersey. And interestingly, there's more than 4,000 teams worldwide. And the name Team 75 indicates that the Robo Raiders are the 75th team ever in existence. So that's pretty impressive. If you want to follow the Team 75, please go to their website at www.roboraiders.com. And we wish them well for a great competition this season. From the building department, if you're planning on going away during these winter months, it's recommended that you should not shut off your heat completely. When water inside pipe freezes, it causes pressure inside the pipe, causing the pipes to burst and consequential water damage. Homeowners can prevent this by making sure their homes are warm inside on freezing days, and even if they're not home. So just be aware of that with if we ever get freezing days again. From the engineering department, they'd like to remind residents that due to cold weather conditions after rain and with wet conditions, that sump pump piping must be properly discharged. The township understands that using sump pumps is necessary during heavy rains. However, if the sump pumps discharge into the roadway, the township may ask that your sump pump discharge be relocated elsewhere to avoid safety issues for traveling motorists. It's acceptable if the discharge is just to the shoulder of the roadway, also known as the gutter, which is the first 3 or 4 feet. The township ordinance does not allow discharge to the street for any new construction. Older sump pumps have been grandfathered in and are permitted to remain towards the street as long as they do not impact the traveling roadway. So ice located in the gutter is only permitted. So that's from the engineering department. Public Works, it's not too early to start planning for the township's annual cleanup program. This is a 7-month-long program that takes place at the Auten Road site, which is located at 280 Auten Road, opposite the Auten Road School. The free program is offered to residents to allow them to dispose of unwanted household items. For seniors, 65 and older may choose to participate in the bulk drop-off program or the senior curbside program. Registrations for the 2023 annual cleanup program will begin on March 1st, 2023. So please review the necessary information on the Public Works page of the Hillsborough Township website and sign up online through the Community Pass system beginning on March 1st. The Municipal Alliance report. The Municipal Alliance has partnered with Rutgers Robert Wood Johnson Medical School's Division of Addiction Psychiatry to present free Narcan training. This free class will take place virtually via Zoom on Thursday, January 19th at 7 p.m. or in person here at the Municipal Building on February 7th at 7 p.m. Training will include a history of opioid addiction, statistics, the proper administration of naloxone. I think I got that right for you, pharma guys, and more. So for information, please see the township's e-newsletter and the township website for this program. And lastly, the Economic and Business Development Report. I, along with Committeeman Rue, attended the reorganization meeting of the Economic and Business Development Committee last night, and the following new members. Tito Sharma was sworn in for the 2023 year. The committee elected officers, including the chair, Greg Wilkie, the vice chair, Jeremy Lees, and secretary, Tony Natal. The EBDC also now is announcing that Hillsborough Children's Week begins on January 2nd, so in a couple weeks, and runs through the 28th. During that time, we'll be sharing Hillsborough businesses that are children-centric and offer fun, creative, educational, and recreational opportunities for children. So whether you're seeking something new and fun to do or something to help achieve a goal in the new year, we're confident that there's something on the list for you and for the children. So be sure to keep an eye out and see what Hillsborough has to offer during Children's Week. And that ends all these reports.
Thank you. Committeeman Rue.
Thank you, Mayor. So I'll first report on the Health Department. The Health Department is hosting a free rabies vaccine clinic on Saturday, January 14th from 10 a.m. until noon. The clinic will take place at the Department of Public Works at 21 East Mountain Road. Please note that if there's inclement weather, the clinic will be postponed to a later date. Interested parties can print out and complete the form ahead of time, which can be found on the Health Department page on the Township website. There will also be a link to the form in tomorrow's e-news. Additionally, there'll be a free cardiac athletic screening. Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital in Somerset is hosting a free cardiac athletic screening for your young athletes aged 14 to 18. The screening, which can help young athletes determine if they're at risk for sudden cardiac arrest, will take place on Saturday, February 4th from 8 a.m. until 12 noon. For more information, please go to rwjbh.org/cardiac athletic screening or call 908-685-2414 to register. I'll give you that again. It's rwjbh.org/cardiac athletic screening. The phone number is 908-685-2414. From the Social Services Department, IRP contributes to the CAN holiday program. In an effort to spread some holiday cheer, IRP teamed up with the Hillsborough Community Assistance Network and collected stocking stuffer gifts for boys and girls in the community between the ages of 7 and 11. The CAN, which is part of the Hillsborough Social Services Department, runs a holiday program every year where donors can supply gifts to individuals and families. In 2022, 60 families were provided with food, gifts, and necessities. Iron Peak Marketing Coordinator Megan O'Brien dropped off the gifts to the Social Services Department, and we are very grateful for this donation. Additionally, as part of the mayor's wellness program, there will be a free nutrition for weight management class offered in the front multipurpose room at the municipal building on Wednesday, February 1st, from 1 p.m. to 1:45 p.m. Interested parties should RSVP to Jennifer Borzinsko at jborzinsko, that's JBORISENKO at hillsborough-nj.org before January 31st, as space is limited. There's a capacity of 30 people. It'll be first come, first serve. Lastly, I participated in the reorganization for the Sustainable Hillsborough Steering Committee last night. We selected the new officers. The chair will be Chris Obrapta. The vice chair will be Kelly Francisco, and the secretary will be Robin Blamis. That completes my report, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Committeeman Rowe. Committeeman Thompson.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of quick things from me this evening. As you can all see on tonight's agenda, Hillsborough will be hiring 7 new police officers. We want to welcome those officers to Hillsborough Township and look forward to seeing them out and about in the community. They are mostly backfilling retirements we have, but we are increasing, I believe, by 2 with these hires today, the amount of police officers we have here in Hillsborough Township. And on that note, yesterday, as many know, was National Law Enforcement Day, and while we appreciate all members of our Hillsborough law enforcement community every day, we want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of them for their service here in Hillsborough. And while we're talking about that, I want to acknowledge and thank the officers that responded to a medical emergency we had with a young adult at Alton Road School on Saturday. We'll be bringing them in at a later date for formal recognition, but I wanted to publicly thank Officers Tishner, Eli, and Ramos for their rapid response that absolutely helped save a young athlete's life on Saturday. So, Chief. So, Chief, Lieutenant, thank you. You guys are in the back now, so thank you, and please pass on our warm wishes to all those individuals that helped out on Saturday. So, thank you. That's it, Mayor.
Thank you, Committeeman Thompson. Deputy Mayor Britting.
All right, I have 2 for everybody. So this is a message from the tax collector's office in regards to dog licenses for 2023. So renewal notices for 2023 dog licenses have been mailed out. As an FYI for everyone, the online payment system is not open. So for those of you who have pets that need to have their licenses renewed, dogs especially, please visit that online payment system. This is a free service that allows you to pay for your pet's license using your checking account. You may also mail in the renewal with a check or stop by the tax office in person or pay either by cash or check. Credit card payments cannot be made for dog licenses. In order to renew, your dog's rabies vaccination must be valid through October 2023. So there's a message in regards to dog license renewals from the tax collector's office. The last thing I would talk about today is a really great opportunity through our recreation department. I had a chance, along with my wife and my 2 older sons, to go to the Rutgers game against Iowa. They lost. It's a shame. They played hard. Iowa was just a little bit better that game. And want to thank the recreation department for putting that together for the township. They do such a good job. For those of you who like to be online and check things out, check out the rec department. There's a lot of great things that they do throughout the year. There's Devil hockey games. There's Rutgers basketball games. A lot of great stuff. So they have some really good ideas to try to keep the positive recreation town culture together. So thank you for all of you who joined us. There was a lot of people there. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next time. So that's all from me, Mayor.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. The holiday season's over, but we didn't have an opportunity to announce the winners of our Hillsborough 2022 Home for the Holidays House Decorating Contest from last month. And the glory goes to, as voted by you, the public, the Best of the East was winner at 15 Sugar Mill Road. The Best of the West was winner at 490 Alton Road, Unit 1B. The Lucky Spin winner was 199 Westcott Drive. And our grand prize winner voted by the township was 21 Starview Drive. You kind of see what they had to offer there. The 21 Starview Drive was, the picture doesn't do it justice. It was all done to electronics and timed with music. And it, if you had any sort of epilepsy, it was probably not the thing to watch, but it was pretty good. It would have sent you into a culture shock. But thank you all those who participated. Our sponsors, as always, Norris Hills Farm, Market, Bella Pizza, Flounder Brewing, Primrose School of Hillsborough, and the Ice House. Our senior community is very active in Hillsborough, and recently their expired officers for 2023 were sworn in. The senior Chapter A members were sworn in by our Township Clerk, Pamela Borick, and they are Michael Izzo as Vice President, Kathleen Page, Treasurer, Trish Wolf, Corresponding Secretary, and Barbara Zeisdorf as Trustee. And then also thank you to Senior Chapter for inviting me to their holiday luncheon, where I installed the officers of Tony Fusco as President and Peggy Comerton as Trustee. So that was a nice day, lunch with all of them, and I want to thank them for making me part of it. As always, though, you can stay connected with all the events mentioned here and more via the Wednesday e-newsletter. Be sure to follow and like the official Hillsborough Township Facebook page and Twitter, TV29 Hillsborough YouTube channel, and the Hillsborough Alerts for traffic and emergency notifications. We have 4 proclamations to hand out today, and then a presentation after that, which has been a long time in coming. I'd like you make sure you all stay for that, and we'll tell you what that is in a short time. But we will first start with our proclamations. Right. Peter Romano. Oh, here it is. You got it so organized, I didn't know where to look. Move that up so everybody can see it. Slide over a little bit more to the middle. Peter Romano, a Hillsborough High School senior and member of Boy Scout Troop 1776, has earned the rank of Eagle Scout. Peter's Eagle Scout project consists of building a sand volleyball court at the Willow Road complex. 2 truckloads of sand were brought in, footings were dug, and net posts were set in concrete. The project took 76 hours to complete with the aid of 24 fellow scouts. Peter served as patrol leader, assistant patrol leader, chaplain, and scribe. Peter is a member of the Hillsborough High School varsity volleyball team. So that's why I built the volleyball thing. Yes. A little self-serving, but that's okay. We'll take it. And has volunteered over 200 hours through scouting at various local establishments, including the Community Assistant Network, known as CAN, Rotary Club Fair, and St. Elizabeth and Seton Church and Cemetery. Peter serves as an example to the youth of Hillsborough Township through his high level of leadership and community service, and we are very proud that he's a member of our community. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee do hereby recognize and extend our sincere congratulations to Peter Romano for having achieved the rank of Eagle Scout, an honor for both yourself and for those who guide you, and the best wishes for a bright future. Congratulations.
First off, I'd like to thank a few people who work here in the Recreation Department. Mr. Robert Wagner, he was very helpful in starting my project, but a big thanks to Mr. Crossan. He pulled me out. We couldn't get out the sand that we needed, and he was like, hey, I got this. I got some people that can pull the sand over. Let me take care of it. Gave it to him. He did an awesome job. He helped me out a lot, so I thank him for that. All right. And I'd also like to thank all the organizations that the mayor mentioned, as well as my grandparents and parents for helping me through everything. I swear I remember these things.
Very good.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
In the public speaking badge, you got to work on this. Thank the parents. Radon awareness.
Maybe move to that because they're still meeting. The health department's still meeting.
One down. Flip it around. There we go. Radon is a colorless, odorless, and naturally occurring radioactive gas, which is a Class A carcinogen proven to cause cancer in humans. Radon is the leading cause of lung cancer in New Jersey and the number one cause among non-smokers. Radon testing is easy and inexpensive. Elevated levels of radon can be effectively reduced, thus protecting health. The United States Environmental Protection Agency has issued Radon Action Month nationally to encourage citizens to test for remediate radon and urge the states and municipalities to do the same. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we, the mayor and Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby recognize the month of January 2023 as Radon Action Month and call upon our residents who have not yet tested their homes for radon to do so and to take the steps to reduce radon levels as necessary. Congratulations. But in all seriousness, you can get those radon test kits from our health department, and it's a quick and easy test. The Hillsborough Middle School boys varsity soccer team.
Come on up, boys.
Who's going to hold the paperwork? Captains. We got captains?
The other side too, guys. All right.
Yes.
The other side here. This is about you, not me.
Let me in the middle here.
A little bit. There.
All right. You good? The 2022 Hillsborough Middle School boys varsity soccer team had a very successful season because of their hard work and dedication. They are the 2022 Central Jersey Junior Boys Soccer League champions with a season of 8-5-1. The team played 6 games in the final 10 days of the season. The 2022 Hillsborough Middle School boys varsity soccer team won their 3 playoff games in a 4-day span, all on the road, and won the semifinal game on penalty kicks. Sounds familiar with soccer. The 2022 Hillsborough Middle School boys varsity team was led by head coach James Smart and consisted of the following young athletes. State your name.
Ethan.
Louder.
David.
First and last name.
Enda Kennedy.
Saran Color,
Aditya Kaushik.
Robert Lombardo, Victor Pachizon,
Camille Jeji. Alec Lenzo. Anaru Ballin. Sothvik Coulter.
Connor Ivani,
Matthew Batolia,
Patrick Jeji.
Riley Keenan,
Aiden Cerruti,
Matthew DePuma.
Colin Turner,
Brandon Bender.
Coach Smart.
Now therefore, be it proclaimed that we, the mayor and Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby commend the 2022 Hillsborough Middle School boys varsity soccer team, Coach Smart, and the parents, not for the successful season, but for their hard work, dedication, commitment to the sport that they chose, the principles of good sportsmanship, teamwork, and academic achievement, which the organization endorses. Congratulations.
It's okay, the floor is not gonna bite you, I promise.
Guys, the front look the best, because they're in the front.
You guys standing, turn sideways. Cold shower, let's go. Close that. All right.
There we go. Watch out, Pam, I got a mop coming.
I think I might, and I'll get out of the way. All right, smile, don't move, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, so you can all the way down.
Take your time, we're not going anywhere. Yeah. Coach, you want to say something?
All good? First of all, I want to thank Mayor and the committee for this award. It's really appreciated. And even though it was a little while coming, this team is, I've been doing this a long time. And through the years, I've run into a lot of different teams in a lot of different situations. And this is one of the teams that I'm going to remember forever. When you start off the season, basically not that well, like say 1-4-1, okay? You kind of have a feeling that the season's not going to go very well. And a lot of times you can lose a team very quickly. Bad attitudes can come in and it can kind of spiral out of the control as far as that concerned. One thing I will say about this team is at no point did I ever get a feeling of any of that. They never quit. Never quit. It was never more evident than in our semifinal game. We were up 2-0, and as those of you that play soccer know that 2-0 is one of the worst places to be in soccer because sure enough, the next thing you know, we're losing 3-2. Late in the game, and they didn't quit. They just kept fighting and fighting and fighting, and finally we were able to get one in late, and then they ended up winning it in penalty kicks. And that's like the epitome of what this team does and these kids. And it's credit to all of you. I'm looking forward to the next 4 years of watching you in high school. But again, the fight and just never giving up was impressive to watch as a coach. And like I said, I've been doing this a long time. No comments on age, okay?
All right, boys, thank you. As I always say, beat Bridgewater. All right, go back. All right, our last proclamation this evening is the 2022 Hillsborough High School varsity field hockey team. Who's captains? All right, you guys get the whole proclamation. Right off both sides. Okay, so the 2022 Hillsborough High School varsity field hockey team had a very successful season because of their hard work and dedication. They are the 2022 New Jersey Group 4 champions, the first sectional championship since 1983. That's my era. The team had a season record of 19-4-2 and 5 players who were named to the first team all conference. Congratulations. The 2022 Hillsborough High School varsity field hockey team was led by head coach Jennifer Puritz and consisted of the following young athletes and coaches.
Christine Kelderman.
Coach Mack.
Catherine Rezakowski.
Ithika Ramanathan.
Julia Citri.
Abby Mustakis.
Maddie Kidd. Lauren Flynn.
Carrie O'Donnell.
Michelle Fruge.
Reva Hajarnis.
Haley Vogt. Caitlin Williams.
Charlotte Maloney. And Coach Pierce.
Now, therefore, be proclaimed that we, the mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby commend the 2022 Hillsborough High School varsity field hockey team, Coach Puritz, and the parents not only for their successful season, but their hard work, dedication, and commitment for the sport and those principles of good sportsmanship, teamwork, and academic achievement. We'd like to congratulate and wish you on a job well done. Congratulations.
Just want to say thank you to Mayor Lapani and the committee for having us tonight and for this proclamation. I also want to give a huge shout out to the Hillsborough Police and Fire Departments. We had one of the coolest experiences I've ever had as a coach. On our way out of the high school to the state final game, we had a police and fire escort out of the town, and it was just the coolest thing we've ever experienced. So thank you guys so much for that as well.
Turn sideways.
Nobody want to take your name?
Have to go wide angle.
Squeeze a little.
Squeeze.
Smile, smile, smile.
Very Coach, this is for you. All right, ladies, thank you.
Good job.
All right, you guys come on down. We're gonna kind of shift over stage left. That one, you go right next. All right, so if you've been in this room enough times, you've noticed that, don't look at those pictures over there, but you see some pictures on the wall here of some pretty important figures in Hillsborough over the past, how many years, Doug? 150, was it 200? Yeah, 200, whatever. We just had our 250th? Right. And we had decided that we needed to add a fresh face to the wall, and we kind of sat and tried to think of someone that we thought would represent Hillsborough the way that they had over the years. So after much deliberation, it wasn't a picture of Doug, no. We have a very special presentation, and we'd like the family of Chief Douches to please come up. And the artist. Come on up. So artist, Sarana Sriva Shanka, the family of Chief Douches. Kevin Murphy, who runs the studio that Sharana paints at, unfortunately is stuck in traffic coming back from New York City. That never happens. If you know, there was a big spill on Route 78 that basically has stopped Route 78. So he wishes he could be here, but more importantly, the artist who made it and the family of those to unveil is here. Chief Douches was Hillsborough's very first police officer and former Chief Donald Douches. We have Allison van der Vogen, the granddaughter of Chief Douches. And I will just let the mic first go to the granddaughter first, and then we'll go to the artist.
I just want to thank the township for dedicating a portrait to my grandfather's honor. I know if he would have been here, he would have loved to have been here. His widow, Nancy, and his daughters, Kathy and Suzanne, and his son, Dan, and my cousins, Ricky and Ryan, are all spread across the country, but are at home watching and send their love and appreciation. Hillsborough had a dear spot in Donnie's heart, and being a chief of police was a foundational part of who he was. And I know he loved his colleagues and the other police officers. Being a kid, all I could remember was the chatter of a police scanner on in the house at all times. So thank you so much for this honor and for allowing us to be here.
Hi, I'm Saranya Shivashankar. I'm a junior in high school, and on my behalf, I'm honored that the township commissioned me to paint this portrait of Mr. Donald Douches, the first police officer of Hillsborough. I'm so grateful that I was able to be a part of our committee's efforts to commemorate his memory and all that he did for our town. It was a very rewarding learning experience. Thank you so much.
Just like to thank the mayor and township committee for giving this honor to the family of Chief Douches. He's obviously got a very special place in the history of Hillsborough Police Department, and being the first officer ever is something that he can't replace. So it's going to be a great moment for them. Thank you.
So I'm going to avail, but obviously it's nice that it comes right after Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. So actually the timing was pretty good. Pam? So I'm going to take the veil. Doug, if you can help me.
You gotta be very careful of it. It's just. Very careful. She's nervous. Watch the bottom. There you go. All right. I'll step away. There we go.
We'll take a few minutes for some photographs, and then we're going to let the meeting adjourn for 10 minutes for those who like to leave, and then we'll restart the meeting shortly after that. So anyone that would like to photograph with the painting, first we'll start with the family, and then anyone else.
Great job. Really nice job.
Hang on 1 second. I just want to move it out of the, it's in a bad light spot. If I could Saranya and Allison and you made the picture I'm not running away with it.
You want us to get out of here?
I don't think it's You should have one upstairs, just you and it.
Yeah, you want to put you and your family in front?
And then, Scott and Neil and Mark, you want to come up and get in a photo? I'm gonna extra family. Oh, thank you. Okay, ready? We're gonna.
Knock your painting over.
Perfect. We're gonna go straight.
All right, let me look at my.
Yes, he likes it better.
We get what the chief, everybody.
Yep.
Where's Jen? She's outside talking. Never mind. Can you get us out of the house?
Giants. That's the lot. Giants, that's for interest.
All right, if I could just get in there for a second, don't move. You want me? Yes, please, Allison and Hannah. Hannah, do you want to come right here? Can you go down? Right up here. It's okay. Nobody bites. Nobody bites. Oh. Ready? Perfect, thank you. She's got a lot of
I can't just take pictures. Got it? There's 3 people. Always. How many more do you need? I'm good. Good? Good.
Everybody's good?
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you, guys. Yeah, we got that.
Oh, yeah, that was
Let me look at my calendar. Maybe I think it's meeting on the books. It was all great.
Well, I posted a couple black and whites from standing, you know, smoking some cigars.
Everybody else, they're up the back. Oh, no, you got some more pictures. Oh, yeah. No, we're gonna come back and get.
Absolutely. Where do you guys live?
Albany, New York.
Oh, okay, that's close.
Yeah. 3 hours. I'm sure that makes sense. We would have missed it.
Nice, Mayor.
You have my bag?
I think they both have a case. I think they both.
Great job. It's really great.
You think I'd have enough of them, just staring at it for so long.
No, that's your work of art. Mine's that's what talent is, right? It's just pure talent.
It's very, very impressive. If you ask me to do mine, it would be this and stick figure.
I know.
That's I can.
One eye going this way, one eye going that way?
Best I can do.
Did you get a picture of that, Doug? I'll send it to you if you want me to.
Yeah, if you can. Hey, Bob, look at the 27th at 1.
27th at 1.
Yeah, let me know if that works.
Yes, let's do it now.
All right.
All right, we good? Live? Okay, we're back live. It's 8:15. We'll move on to the regular portion of our meeting. We'll go to the consent agenda. We have consent numbers 1 through 21. Anyone wish to take any of these resolutions separately? Seeing none, may I have a motion to approve consent agenda items 1 through 21?
So moved.
All right,
I'll take a second.
and Doug got a second. Any comments from the dais? Don't see any. Any comments from the floor? Please, as always, state your name and address for the record.
Hi, good evening. Maria Janusik, 720 East Freck Avenue, Manville, New Jersey. Also a Hillsborough Township property owner, Block 86, Lot 3, 2155 Camp Road. Okay.
Whoop. While you pick that up, I'll say Happy New Year, Ms. Janusik.
First one, resolution establishing the annual salaries and wages of municipal employees.
Which one are you speaking about? Number 5?
Yep.
Okay.
Resolution, yeah. it's
Okay.
Number 5. So the employees being shown, you have Scott Mitzner shown as the DUI public defender. That's, as I said, consent number 5. But on the resolution from January 4, from the reorganization meeting, January 4th, 2023, Scott Mitzner is shown as the DUI special prosecutor, and here you're showing him as the DUI public defender. What is his position?
It's the same. It's the same position. DUIs, and it's just worded differently.
No. He's the public defender. You have a DUI prosecutor.
Right.
And you have a DUI public defender.
Okay.
He's the public defender.
He's a DUI public defender.
So he's being shown here as the public defender in the employees, the salary resolution. But on the resolution authorizing appointment of municipal court officials, he is shown as the DUI special prosecutor. So what is his actual position?
I see DUI public defender on this consent agenda. It's listed, 10,200.
Was
Yes.
there an error on the reorg? I thought John Bruder was your prosecutor for DUI and Mr. was the defender.
Because that's what I wanted to bring up, John Bruder, on this salary resolution. John Bruder
I apologize.
is,
I don't have the reorg in front of me, so I will have to go back and look at it, and I can get you an answer tomorrow.
okay, yeah, because John Bruder is shown here as the special DUI prosecutor on the salary and wage resolution. But in the resolution for the court officials, he is shown as the DUI alternate public defender. So there's,
Okay.
so there's a
We'll look and see.
discrepancy.
Thank you.
Okay, and resolution number 8, resolution rescinding and reissuing a township pocket liquor license for the 2022-2023 license term pursuant to NJSA 33:1-12.39. I'm sorry, I have to get that in front of me.
I can answer that, Mayor. Mrs. Janusik?
Yes.
You don't even have to look for it for that one. So what happened was that license has been held in pocket for over 2 years. And after it's been held in pocket for longer than that period, the license holder must petition the director of the division, and it's called a special ruling 1239. So they had to file for that petition in between. They did file and received it. So I had to rescind their initial authorization for their application and reissue it. And the ABC recommended I do that all in one resolution, and that is the resolution in front of you this evening. It is not in a physical location yet. It is still held in pocket.
Okay. The resolution, the number of the license shown here in this resolution is 1810-32-002-010, saying it was renewed for the, like you say, 2022-2023 licensing period on June 14th. But because there had been an issue with the Polish Falcons
That's not the Polish
licenses,
Falcons license.
I looked up in the minutes, and they're not showing a license with this number. I have a copy of it.
Well, it's not the Polish Falcon camp. I think that you just said.
No, it's not.
Right.
It's not. But what I'm looking at here from the meeting minutes of June 14, 2022. There is a ABC Pocket license. It's 1810-32-002-009.
Correct. And each time they issue it, the next year it gets another number. So what happened was the 009, when it transfers, because they had done a person-to-person transfer on that license in that time period as well. And each time a license changes, I don't know, like the composition. So either if they go through a corporate structure, if they go through a transfer, either person to person or place to place, that last number increases by 1 digit.
So
that 009 was the one that was renewed at that time. However, then it had to, they did a transfer of some of the individuals on there. And then that's why it went to 10. And that had to be rescinded and then reissued.
And that's done by the state, correct?
So that's why there's a change in the number?
Yes.
Because there was some kind of change?
Yes, in their structure. Yes. It's a structure / like who has, if it went from this person to this person, it's a person-to-person transfer, or if they changed the composition of their corporation.
So would that also be recorded in some kind of resolution, that there was some kind of a structure change or whatever for that license or for that group? Would there be a resolution showing that so that would know why there was a change in the number from 09 to 10?
I can look into that, absolutely.
Okay. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else in the public? Seeing none, we have a first and a second. Roll call, please.
Excuse me. Committeeman Ciccarelli.
Yes.
Committeeman Rowe.
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Britting.
Yes.
Mayor LaPlante.
Yes. No public hearings at this time. We have introduction, new ordinances, 2023-01. Ordinance to amend the ordinance entitled Salary Range Ordinance, setting forth the salary ranges and the classification set forth in said ordinance. Further consideration and public hearing will be held on February 14th of 2023. We have a motion to introduce ordinance 2023-1.
So moved, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Commander
Second.
Thompson. Second, Mr. Rue. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ciccarelli.
Yes.
Committeeman Rowe.
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Britting.
Yes.
Mayor LaPlante.
Yes. Okay, claims list 2023-01. May I have a motion to approve a claims list 2023-01?
So moved.
Thank you, Committeeman Thompson. Second. Thank you, Committeeman Ciccarelli. Comments from the dais? None. Comments from the floor on the claims list?
Maria Janusik. First one would be on the supplemental checklist. There's an amount of $193,016.71, and that's to U.S. Bank ACTIEN. I don't know what that would be. Actian for lien redemption. That's a huge amount. I mean, what does that cover? $193,000 for lien redemption. Is that for one lien?
Ms. Janicek, I think we've said this in the past, but I'm saying obviously that would be a question directly go to our CFO, Ms. Nancy Costa. So if you have a question, I'm sure we can get that answer for you, but I do not have that answer for right now, but I'm sure that it's something that we needed to pay ahead of time. So we had to write the check.
Okay, except Mayor, when you're voting on this claims list, is that a vote to pay these bills or to acknowledge that these bills were paid?
This is to allow bills to be paid. They are not, basically the invoices that we have in the system and to pay our vendors and whoever else we owe money to. But sometimes, and we've said this before, the supplemental checks are checks that we need to pay because of reasons they can't wait till today, like lien payments, mortgage payments, etc. So those are paid because they are due at a specific time, and then we are just at this point approving it.
Okay, but that's my question. Is
Mayor, while I have no personal knowledge of this myself, being that it's a lien redemption, that's all it is.
Right.
It means that a property went to tax sale, there was a lien on it, it's been redeemed.
Mhm.
The amount He's based upon what was bid, and it might have been a premium. Might have been purchased at a substantial premium, that lien. So that's all it is. It's a lien redemption. It's not a big deal, but you can get clarification from the CFO anytime, Monday through Friday. She'll be in the municipal building.
Okay, I understand. It's just that if you're approving something, approving payments or approving a big chunk of money, I would think that you should know what you're approving. That's, and so you tell me to speak with, or check with Nancy Costa, but that's something that, I think if you're going to pay bills. you gotta
That's
know
not
what you're
paying a bill. A lien redemption is not us paying a bill.
So that money,
That means somebody paid the township and now it's been redeemed.
so someone gave the township $193,000 and now $193,000 is going from the township.
That would be a tax lien redemption. And again, Ms. Costa can clarify that for you any point in time, Monday through Friday, 9 to.
Yeah, but that's correct.
I forget what time she gets in, but 8 to 4:30. 8 to 4:30.
Okay, on page 11.
And just while we're on that subject, we did appoint at the last meeting, Ms. Costa to be not only our certifying purchasing agent, but also our treasurer for the township. And there's a lot of respect and responsibility that's put in that and a lot of trust. And although we certainly go through and look at everything she does, there is a reason why townships appoint a person with that position so they can go through and make payments and receive payments throughout the year. That's why you literally do this.
And I agree with you. I would hope.
I am
I
once
would
again
hope-
happy that you and I are in agreement. It happens ever so rarely, but when it does, we should mark it in the record.
Yes, and I would hope that anyone who is hired, that they are trustworthy, that you can say what you said, that you trust them.
Thank you.
On
You said
page 11, there's an amount, refund building permit. And then it's showing refunds, first $27.99, but then it shows a year total of $153,883.88. What would that be for? On page 11.
Well, it's specific to a certain permit. I don't know if those are funds in that, we can, again, that would have to go to Ms. Costa for exact, but I would guess that those were in money in excess that need to be returned.
Well, I guess because it does say refund, but it just
Right.
seems like, seems like a lot of money.
Well, that means they paid us that a lot of money too, so.
Well, they pay a lot for permits, but then they're getting it refunded. So that's my question is why, what is the purpose of that? It's a lot of money. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Anyone comments from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Chairman Chicarelli?
Yes.
Mayor Rowe?
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Brennan?
Yes.
Mayor Oakley?
Yes. There's no more business, so at this point, we'll take any public comment on new business and matters that were not on the agenda this evening. Ms. Bork, please call the statement regarding public comment.
The Township Committee welcomes input from the public. Please state your name and your address for the record, and please spell your name. You will be given 1 3-minute allotment for your comments. Please understand that this public forum is not structured as a question and answer session, and comments are to be addressed to the mayor. Again, please keep your comments to 3 minutes. Thank you.
So any comments?
Maria Janusik. I was looking through some records from Somerset County. They have a directory of all of the employees in different, not all of the employees, but certain employees or officials of different municipalities. And the records show that Nancy Costa is not only the CFO of Hillsborough, but she's also CFO in Southbound Brook. Does Hillsborough and Southbound Brook have a shared service agreement for the services of Nancy Costa?
No, and I think you've asked this question in the past. She does that
No, I
on her
have
own
not.
time. Yes, you have, last year.
I never
I was
knew
here.
about it.
I was
No,
here.
I did not ask about Nancy
But I'll
Costa.
answer it. I will answer it again. There's not a shared service. It is something she does on her own time.
She does on her own time. So this is something she's doing
Part-time as a second job.
part-time during her.
Not during
her-
hours here, no.
She's here full-time and she's working there part-time.
That's correct.
All right. So that's a type of service that you can do part-time that you don't have to be available in the municipality?
You have to ask Bound Brook that.
Okay, also on the salaries resolution for today.
Well,
you have-
this is new, not on agenda, not on today's agenda, so.
All right, so there are two employees in Hillsborough who have the same position, and that is planning director, David Maskey and David Coyce. It was I think it was mentioned that Mr. Maskey would be leaving at some point last year, but he's shown on this list as the planning
Mr.
director.
Maskey retires formally at the end of this month. So there, as we stated, I think last year, that David Coyce was coming in as intern to make the transition seamless. So David Coyce is really the full-time acting, and Mr. Maskey is still on to the end of the month finishing up loose ends and special projects.
So
He'll be
right now-
leaving at end of the month.
So
When was
right
his
now,
last day,
Hillsborough,
Mr. Farrar?
Mayor, you are correct. January 31st.
January
So
31st.
as normal transition, to make sure it is seamless, as you mentioned, that cross-training, and he'll be
I'm
leaving
sorry,
January
can't hear you.
31st.
January 31st is his last.
I know, this microphone, they promised me, Maria, they're getting me a new microphone soon. Yeah, so January 31st is Mr. Maskey's last day, and Mr. Coyce is transitioning all those responsibilities and cross-training, so it's a smooth transition. As you know, there's many applications before the planning board, so to make sure that that smooth transition, that's why we have two at this point.
Okay, all right, thank you. And I have one more suggestion, please get a decent microphone.
I'm trying.
You'll be happy to know that there
I'm
is
signing a contract
a new
tomorrow.
audio system being installed here. So it was supposed to be done, but we're waiting for some parts. But yes,
Thank you.
thank you very much. From Ms. Janicek's mouth to Anthony's ears. Get the mics done.
She's my biggest supporter with this
All
microphone.
right, seeing no other comments, I will make a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
I'm sorry. Who did first and second?
Committee?
Thank you. Committeeman Chigarelli.
Yes.
Committeeman Rowe.
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Brennan.
Yes.
Mayor LaPlante.
Yes. We are adjourned. It's 8:31. Have a nice night. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Right, I just want to make sure. I gotta be honest, I don't know how to shut off these guys.